Hey guys, welcome back to RLDesign.Innovation. My name's Brian. Today we're going to go through a quick tutorial on the proper way for engraving clip art using your laser. I'm going to show you a couple of different methods. One is just dragging the clip art in, showing what it looks like, then showing a tracing of it, how we can do things a lot quicker and cleaner and even edit the image. And then the third is taking that trace and converting it back into an image to show you the difference. So let's go over the workstation so we can learn something new. Okay, we're in Lightburn 2.05. I put a piece of bass plywood into the laser. This is real hard, this plywood. I don't know if it's really bass or an aggregate, so I have to increase my powers a little bit. So let's start off. I have a clip art here, just a Cinderella. I'm going to put it over here. I already focused the laser, and you can see it right there. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now, the first thing we want to do, that's going to be our base image. I'm going to also now trace this, as I said, to create another image, basically a traced image of Cinderella. I'm going to leave it default here. Again, I right-clicked on the image, and that's how it was created. I'm going to drag this over here. You can see the traced image. I'm going to make that a different layer so we can set different powers. So for here, if you look at this, you'll see the blue. This is the red layer. The red layer, I'm going to set for my power, which is the normal image. I'm going to do 120, which it defaults to. On the trace image, I'm going to do that. Again, this is real hard, this plywood. I'm going to first change this to fill. Then I'm going to change the power on this. I'm going to do 125, and the power, max power, I'm going to do 55. Now, one of the advantages of when you're tracing and doing just the engraving, it takes a quarter of the time to engrave this image. It won't be dithered like this. This may be the way to go with the trace image because it's a quarter of the time that it takes to engrave this image versus the full dithered image. So if you're doing a large production run, this is definitely the way to go. So we have this set. I'm going to engrave this, show you what it looks like. I'm going to do another one. So I'm going to start this off. Now, while that's engraving, I'm going to make a copy of this trace. Control C, Control V. You can see it's right there. Now, what I'm going to do with this one I'm highlighting here, the copy, I'm going to make that a different layer. Let's do it something you can see. We'll do that the black layer. I'm going to show you how, again, you can modify this. So I'm going to say right-click, ungroup. Now, I clicked ungroup, and now if you notice, every component over here is a separate little image. I can move things around. So this is nice when you have to modify something. So you want to put something in there, correct an image. Again, I right-clicked on the image, and then I just said ungroup, and then each of these become its own image. I'm going to group this back again. So I highlight the whole thing, say group. Now it's back to being one image. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say convert to bitmap. I like this. I'm going to leave it like this. Now you're going to say, what is the purpose of doing this? One, I get a nice image. It's a lot quicker than doing the original clip art. I can modify it. This is going to be, if you notice, it converts it to image right over here. And then we'll engrave this. And then you'll see the three different ways that from the one basic image, we have right here, the image, we converted it to a trace. And then after that, we modified or edited it. And I moved the star around to show you how you can modify clip art. And then I converted it back to another image. And this black image, which is the converted one, I'm going to do it the same power as the other image. So 120, and we'll do it at 20. Okay, all three are done. I'm just showing them. So this one right here was the original clip art that we brought in. This plywood is terrible. Again, that's why I use it as scrap. It's very, very hard. They must have used a lot of glue. So the engraving came out okay. This is the trace where we just traced. You can see the lines are more defined. And then this one over here This is where we converted the trace into an image again. You can see it does a great job right here. It's half the time of this one, but out of all these, I like this one, which is the trace. I think it's defined. The imagery looks good. If you look at the lines, they're real nice and crisp. Benefit of using a trace image, it takes about a quarter of the time to do this. So I hope you learned something today. I show you 3 different ways for engraving clip art. And again, you be the judge. Try it out on your own and create your own methodology for doing this. I like the trace method. It's quick, it's easy, it's crisp. And again, you can modify it. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everybody.